Hi, this is Lori with Royal Tone, manufacturer of spot removers and detergents for the dry cleaning, laundry, and leather cleaning industry. The question for this video is, what questions should my customer service representatives be asking the customer when they bring their Uggs in? Now, I know we kind of already talked about the customer release form in the last video. Here we're just going to talk about a few more specific things, some things that are on the customer release form, things that I think you need to know because it is important that you cover this at the counter before they leave without their Uggs, before they leave their Uggs with you. One thing that is important is going to be the stitching. Have your people take a look at the stitching, make sure there's no loose points, there's no holes, there's no problem with the stitching in as far as the way it is stitched together. Another thing they need to look at is the color of the stitching. If you have a black pair of boots, like these, really dark black, and there's white stitching, they need to make a note of that on here. Also, make a note that they have told the customer that black dye very likely is going to bleed on to white stitching. That happens sometimes. That would happen in a laundry load. So that's just one of those things that you need to be aware of. There is no way to go back in and turn that stitching white. But they brought you a pair of dirty Uggs that they're really needing fixed, so I think they're going to be probably okay with that. But you need to let them know that and have it signed released just in case. Also, Uggs are oftentimes worn out in all kinds of weather. They're worn out in the field, or maybe stub their toe as they're going to work. I don't know. They get some abuse. So sometimes there are going to be small tears. You need to make sure they note this on the customer release form, because they could say that it happened in your plant, and then they're going to maybe get a claim. They're going to try to make a claim. So make sure that your customer service person takes a look at the Uggs to see if there's any tears, any rips, any small holes. Also, like here, we have a pretty good stain on this Ugg right here. If you can find out what that is, just like they do right now when they're taking in clothes, I'm sure they do ask those kinds of questions. If you can find out what any kind of stains are, that's going to help you when you're doing stain removal. So those are some things to keep in mind, some things your customer service representative needs to ask at the counter. But of course, once again, the most important thing is that this is signed and that you have let them know shoes were not created with cleaning in mind. Shoes were created to be worn, so they need to know that if something happens to the dye, that is not something you did wrong, but something that happened in the manufacturing process. So this is going to be very important once again. So email us if you'd like one. We'll give it to you no charge. Thank you so much. I'll see you on the next video.